Welcome to the Enlightenment Academy, where the journey of discovering your inner magic begins. In a world filled with endless possibilities, we invite you to explore the depths of your being and unlock the mysteries of your true potential. Through insightful teachings, transformative practices, and enlightening conversations, we empower you to access the brilliance that resides within you. Join us as we embark on a path of self-discovery, empowerment, and spiritual awakening. Are you ready to tap into the infinite wellspring of magic within you? Here is your host, Venus Castleberg.
Hello, amazing beings. How are you today? So you might notice I'm in a car. It's been quite the adventure. There was a major accident on the road, and that completely stopped. So I get to pull over and have our Enlightenment Academy here today. The other little glitch is I can't see any of your comments or anything for that matter. I'm guessing I look okay. It doesn't really matter if I look okay or not, but so if you do have questions today, I actually require you to call in. So please call in. The number will be in the comments because I can't remember it right now. But then I can at least hear your voice and talk to you. If you would like to ask some questions, that would be really helpful for me today because I can't see anything. But that being said, I'm sure I can find something to talk about for the next hour or so anyway. And I will just guess whenever we're supposed to take a break because I can't see anything, literally no time, no nothing. So I can see the camera, the backside of my phone and the camera, and that's it. But this is the only way I can get it to work. So there you go. So cool. Let's start today with our deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, destroy and uncreate them. Walls and barriers, we have been taught protect us. And walls and barriers come up at the most random of times, right? So not only was I stuck in traffic, I also had to go to the bathroom. There was no place to stop. Right? So there's all these things going on right now. So as all this stuff's going on, I'm like, where do I stop? Do I even have cell coverage? Can I talk? Can I, right? And the walls and barriers just start to build, right? They start to come up and up and up and up. And then you're just like, okay, relax. So everywhere where you might be anxious about something in your life, just lower your walls and barriers and relax. Relax. The anxiety, the build of intensity, the things that we get ourselves all worked up about, really asking ourselves, I ask myself this often, is this actually relevant? Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Is this going to be one of those memorable live streams that people remember because it was on the side of the road, right? Is that relevant? Is how we look relevant? Is there's just so much that we make a big deal that isn't a big deal. And so then asking ourselves, is it relevant? Does it really matter? Right? What, and then we'll flip it on its head a little bit. What really does matter? In the grand scheme of things, does it matter when you actually tell somebody you care about them? Or you're there for somebody? I think it does. Does it matter when you give somebody a hug? Or you tell somebody you're grateful for them, or you love them? I think it does. But what are the things that are really important to you that aren't all these things that happened to us, didn't happen to us, might happen to us, right? The past, I think we've all heard it, right? The past is the past. It doesn't really matter what happened in the past. Who are you today? Who would you like to choose to be today? And how can that create the future that you'd like to create? Now, right now. Right now is all we have. That's the beauty of having this as a scheduled time on Mondays, working in partnership with Om Times. I love them, right? But it's like, okay, it's air time. Like, where are you? Okay, it's time, right? But like, how I just looked at myself and just was like, okay, so how much of this am I making a big deal? Instead of just being like, okay, you know what? I'm here. I'm here with you. I know that I'm on camera and you can hear me. And that's what's important, right? But I bring that up because walls and barriers come up in the most weird, inopportune times. Have you ever noticed that, like, when you start to get anxious about something or you start to worry about something, like you're building up these walls of anticipation, of stress, of worry, and then now you're playing that game of Pong with yourself, right? The game of Pong, I don't know if you remember it. It's kind of might be before some of your time, but like it's TV screen. It was like one of the early Atari video games, right? So there's a ball and you're supposed to keep it inside the television. Well, I think of it like our lives, our thoughts, everything behind the walls, we're like playing Pong, but there is no puck keeping it in the screen. It's literally this ball bouncing around all over the place. and and our thoughts and our worries and our anxiety, and like then they just bounce off of each other and like, right, and then just lower the walls and barriers. Relax. Be in the moment. Be here, right now, as it is. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter, right? This too shall pass. So, how can you enjoy the journey? How can you enjoy the adventure of living, the adventure of being here, right now? Right? It's hot in this car. Can't turn the car on because then the microphone will pick up. So it's all right. It's fine. But it's like, okay. But I can be here with you. And I can share some things that I've learned, even just in this moment, experienced. Like all that anxiety, as soon as I took my walls and barriers down and I relaxed and I expanded my energy out, I became present to you. I became connected to you. And it just went away. All that energy, the building up, just melted and went away. Right? So I can be here in the now. Because the now is all we have. Being here with each other in this moment, or being with ourselves in this moment, is all we have. There is the accident I got stuck in. Like, I didn't get to see the whole thing, but it was a motorcycle down and a helicopter. So that's a life flight helicopter. Literally, the helicopter stopped the whole stopped all of traffic, right? That person may not have another now, right? So if we get so caught up in like what happened in the past or what's going on in the future, are we really enjoying the now? Can we even be present to the now? And if we're worried about maybe we're going to die someday, hey, you know what? We're all going to die someday. This body that we're in right now is going to expire someday. The being never dies, right? But the body does. And then maybe we go get another body or do something else. But how can we be in the moment and experience the moment instead of trying to figure out the past or the future, right? So I didn't know I was going to talk about all this, but life happened and here I am. And, I just got really present to how much more can we be here and now. And I will tell you this, practicing the no walls, no barriers thing has changed everything for me. Because with no walls and no barriers, not only can I relax and be present in the moment, but I also am super aware of everyone and everything all around the globe. I was doing this meditation the other day. I was in the forest walking, and I was doing some violet flame work on myself, my body, and then I sent violet flame around the earth. And what I noticed was I couldn't get this energy to go over China, and I had no idea why, right? But I was just present with them, and I was willing to send it energy, to pulse some energy, to pulse that violet flame. And then it finally, penetrated whatever is going on in China. Things are going on around us all the time. But because I'm willing to lower my walls and barriers and just be aware, I could be aware that something was going on in China. Now, I hadn't watched the news. I didn't know of anything in particular, but there was an energy there, right? So, but your awareness of everything gives you the greatest protection you could ever have. Because knowing that, I probably wouldn't go to China right now. Because I'm aware that there's something going on there energetically, right? And there are lots of things going on there, but I know energetically that's not the place to be. So how much more are you aware of things? And when you're aware of them, you're like, yeah, that's not the place to be, or that's not the thing for me to do right now. And then choosing that in this moment, right? So choosing what works for you, but also choosing what's true for you in this moment. And then tomorrow, no walls, no barriers, you're aware of something. Maybe you book a flight to China. I don't know. Right? It's just that it's moment by moment, it's day by day, it's the now, today. And then what happens tomorrow will be now, then, right? But we can't it's not about planning and having it all figured out. It's about okay, what can I be present with now? What can I be aware of now? And how can that awareness benefit me now, right? Not the this is one of the misconceptions of walls and barriers, right? We're taught you gotta do walls and barriers, you gotta protect yourself. And then when you do that, we make that a forever thing. I'm gonna protect myself with walls and barriers forever. It's okay, cool. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not wrong for doing that. But just try it. I double dog dare you to try to just lower your walls and barriers and see what you perceive. What are you aware of? What do you know? Right? And then how can that awareness guide you on your path? How can that awareness give you the next best step, the next best place to be, the next best program to sign up for, or whatever it is for you, right? The next live to be on, the next person to call because you've been thinking about them and they could use one of your hugs or one of your energetic check-ins, right? But I have found, and this is just me, and again, if I ever say anything that doesn't ring true for you, just throw it away. You don't have to you don't have to buy it as real and true. I'm not the guru. I don't know everything. Sacrilege. um, but if it's light for you, or you want to just try it, just see what it creates for you. I wonder what it would create for you. And if you have any questions, please call in. If you're new, if you joined us a little bit late and you don't know what's going on, I got stuck in a bad accident, and so I'm doing the show from the road. I cannot see your comments.
Okay.
So just jump right in. Hi, is that you, Kim?
Hello. Yeah, hey, Felix, how are you?
Hi, honey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just sitting here listening to you. It reminds me of a wedding.
Say more.
And when you go into a wedding, how you're the one getting married and you're so uptight about planning the wedding, getting everything right. And on that day, you are so nervous and uptight that the main thing you're there for is just to marry the man or the person across from you. That's all that day's about. Nothing else. And that's when you were talking earlier about how everything was winding up. It's like I could see planning a wedding around that. It's like I could see all of that go up. It's like, okay, just let all of it go.
Yep. That's a great example. Yep.
It takes you back. What's the basic thing? And and you know me, I came from a background where we manipulated energies that could go do harm. So we did practice protections and things. And I have since learned that taking my walls and barriers down, now that I can know those energies, I can step around them and just send them back without retaliation. Because it's so funny, I've stepped back in. I literally had one of those tarot reading witches kind of through Facebook intimidate me because I wouldn't pay her to do a reading for me. It's like, really? You're gonna what? And it's like, okay, just return this stuff back to sender, go by me, leave me. And it was like and later on that day, I felt something weird. And it was like, I just kind of dropped everything. I stopped, became very present in the moment, and took what you said about dropping the walls and barriers and realized this was a little witch just trying to test who I was. And it was like I stepped around it and said, just return this to sender. Don't teach her anything. Just let it go and just let it go by and return. So in that moment, I could know what I was doing. And instead of reacting and being reactive, just feel it, let it go, and either let it go by. If I wanted to deal with it, I could have, but I didn't.
Right.
I didn't want to deal with that. That's crazy. Why engage in that? So it was like, okay, bye. So I have learned a lot about dropping those walls and barriers, but I still get the Pong effect because I spin myself up and then I can't get out of it myself when I do it. I can see others, but I can't get myself out of it.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you get wound up like that, have you tried lowering your walls and barriers when you get wound up?
I have a hard time when I get started, I forget. It's like I lose every single thought of training I have.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Because we basically there's this little white rabbit of anxiety or whatever it is, right? And we totally follow it down the rabbit hole. Instead, you should just pull out your shotgun and shoot the rabbit. So in those moments, you have to see like an imaginary.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Times TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Hello. Hello? Can you hear me, Chris? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I'll turn it around. Thank you.
There you go. I think you're good, man.
Sorry, what?
You're good to go.
Okay, good. All right. Sorry about that, folks. This is an interesting adventure. So my phone overheated. Yeah. So I don't know if Kimberly's still here. It's okay. But just wanted to say, yeah, everywhere where we think that we can't catch it up front, can we just run and create that? Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, puddle, nine shorts, boys, po, bads, and beyonds. Cool. Is anybody else here for questions? All right. Awesome. So what I'll do now, just because we have this exciting thing going on right now, let's do a guided visualization meditation. Just kind of a practice of what to do in weddings and stressful situations, and how to change that energy in the moment. Like, it can literally be a moment, a quick choice, and just to choose something different in that moment. So let's start with lowering our walls and barriers, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, destroy and uncreate them. And then if you're driving, don't close your eyes. But if you are somewhere where you can close your eyes and just relax, you know what? And I think I'm just going to invite you, because I think this is one of the best tools for healing, is just to laugh. Like, just laugh about it. It's just funny. It's just not significant. It's not relevant. So lower the walls and barriers even more and even more. And I'm so grateful for each of you for being here, for watching this now or in the future. I mean, it had to have been entertaining at least. And then breathe in and exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. Breathe in, exhale out. With every breath, let yourself relax. Let go. Release and let go. Let go of the thoughts. Let go of the stress. Let go of the need to figure it out, the need to get it right. Breathe in. Exhale out. And relax. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Relax every cell in your body. Relax every molecule. I want you to just see this golden light pouring down from the heavens, pouring over the crown of your head, over your body, down to the fingertips and the toe tips, and into the earth. There's just this stream of warm golden light pouring over you and through you, washing away any negativity, any stress, any problems. Anything at all. And as you relax into this golden light, you could go ahead and visualize a violet flame. This flame is for healing and transformation and letting go. And just imagine yourself stepping into this violet flame, letting that violet flame just burn away anything that's no longer serving you. Let it burn away pain and suffering. Let it burn away struggle and strife. Let it transform anything in your life that you'd like to transform. Just let the violet flame. Think about fire. And how it transforms everything it touches. Let this violet flame wash over you and purify maybe spots in your body that are uncomfortable. Or let it transform stress you might be holding in your shoulders. Just let this violet flame dance around your body, outside and inside, touching every molecule, every cell. Igniting a fire within you. And as this violet flame, allow it to go into spots that maybe you're feeling a little bit tense or any tension that you might be holding on to. That violet flame, fill it up. Maybe it's a spot that's unusually dense. Go ahead and pulse the violet flame so that it can ripple into that spot and release the tension that you might be holding. Breathe in, exhale out, and relax. And as this violet flame washes over you, allow it to now touch the earth. And as that violet flame touches the earth, allow it to penetrate into the earth. And invite that violet flame to touch the earth of the state or the country you're in. Imagining that violet flame to go out and touch the earth of the country you're in, the continent you're on. And then seeing that violet flame reach out over the oceans to the other continents. Allowing that violet flame to touch the other beings, the other people around the world. And touch the entire, coating the entire earth with this violet flame. Letting it transform and transmute any energy that is wanting to change, desiring to change, asking to change. We can even let the violet flame go out and touch the moon, the universe, the far reaches of the universe. And then allowing that awareness and that violet flame to come back to you, back to your heart center. And then letting that violet flame go for now. You can draw upon it at any time that you want to tap into that healing, transformative energy. And as you let that violet flame go, you notice that there's a being standing in front of you. Maybe it's one of your spirit guides, maybe it's a guardian angel, maybe it's an ascended master. Whatever it is, whoever it is, they are here for you today. And they have something they want to show you. So they take your hand and you go on a walk together. Maybe you're getting a download of information from them as you're walking hand in hand. Or maybe you just have this feeling, this overall good feeling of support and love and acknowledgement and gratitude for you. It's a benevolent being that's there, here for you, to uplift you, to encourage you. To keep telling you to keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. You got this. And maybe a reminder that it's always darkest before the dawn. And that while you may be going through a transformation, something, letting go of something from the past, letting go of the old, so that something new can truly come in. It may be uncomfortable, but it's going to be better than you could have ever imagined. And allowing yourself to just receive all the encouragement, all the love, the empowerment, and maybe the reminder of why you're here. Maybe you've lost sight of that. You forgot why you're here, what you came here to accomplish, what you came here to do, who you came here to be, because you are a human being, not a human doing. So maybe it's not so much about what you do, but about who you be. allow yourself to just remember all the things that you've forgotten about what a magical, amazing, brilliant, talented, beautiful being you are. Remember what really lights you up and makes you feel joy and happiness and fulfillment. And it's probably not all the things that you thought it was. When you really think about it, when you really spend time tapping into this energy, you realize maybe, yeah, this stuff is nice. It's nice to have a nice house and stuff. But is that why you're really here? Or are you here to uplift others and empower others and remind them who they are? Isn't that so much more fulfilling than the stuff? Now, don't get me wrong, you can still have the stuff. But sometimes we forget and we get caught up in the search for the stuff or the reaching for the stuff that we forget what really lights us up is to ignite in another, to empower another, to let another feel how encouraged and appreciated they are. How the world is a better place. Did you know that the world is a better place because you're in it? Because you, exactly the way you are, adds value to this world. And maybe other people don't see it, but they don't need to. You're the only one that needs to see how amazing you are. And trust me, as soon as you realize how amazing you are, you won't need anybody else to tell you how amazing you are. And then they'll all tell you how amazing you are. Because you're not looking for it. You don't need it. You're not seeking validation from somebody else. Breathe in. Exhale out. And just let yourself be in that energy. Maybe ask yourself, ask your spirit guide that's there with you, who am I? Who am I here to be? It's from the being that action and doing will come. But it's not from the doing that you find what you're looking for, usually. And as you're walking with this benevolent being that's here just for you, you take in the sights. Like, are you walking on the beach or in the forest? What do you feel? What do you see? imagine you can see? Maybe what do you smell? Have you ever noticed when you think about flowers, you can often smell them? Or when you think about the beach, you can often smell it, even if you're nowhere near the beach. Isn't that magical? You are magical. Your body is magical. What else is possible that you haven't even considered? And what or where would you like to go? Knowing what you now know, or maybe remember about you. How would you like to use that knowledge? What would bring you joy? What would be fun for you? And when you've completed receiving the messages from the benevolent being that is here for you today, you see yourself walking back up the path, thanking the benevolent being, giving them a hug. And as they disappear, you walk up a path, finding yourself in a clearing, maybe a field of wildflowers in the middle of a forest, where the temperature is just right. And you either sit down or you lay down. And while there may be bugs around, they leave you alone. They are just going about their business in the flowers, in the earth. Allow yourself to connect with the earth, maybe in a way that you never have before. Lower your walls and barriers, even the ones you don't know about. And all the walls and barriers that you have created and erected around receiving from the earth, receiving from benevolent beings, receiving from your body, receiving from the people in your circle and around you. walls and barriers even more. The universe is always conspiring for you, never against you. Just allow yourself to receive from everything and everywhere. Receive from the bees as they buzz by to the next flower. Receive from the clouds in the sky and the pine trees or the whispering willows. And receiving from the wind and the earth and the dirt beneath your feet. The earth is always gifting to you and contributing to you. And sometimes we get so busy or so anxious or so in our own bubble that we miss all the ways the universe and the earth and our bodies are desiring to contribute to us. Allow yourself to lower the walls and barriers even more and receive more. And all the places where you have been told or bought the lie that you do not deserve to receive everything that you've ever desired and so much more. Will you throw that into the violet flame and let it go? You deserve more than you could have ever imagined. And in reality, there is no deserve. There is just you and everything the universe desires for you to have. Even the things you don't know that you desire. Letting yourself receive more energy, more contributions from the earth. And let that energy radiate up through your feet, through your seat, filling your whole body and your whole being. Letting this energy, this contributive energy, touch every fiber and every cell of your body and being. Receiving more and more, and as you receive even more from the universe, from the abundant, infinite universe that goes on for infinity, you increase your receiving, you lower your walls and barriers even more and receive even more. You expand out to receive more. Feeling calm and peaceful and relaxed and blessed. Finding things to be grateful for all of these energetic contributions that you've received today. And then slowly bringing your awareness back to your body. Maybe rubbing your hands on your thighs or your hands together. Saying, hello, body. And then slowly, maybe placing your hands on your heart. Thanking yourself for being here. For following this experience, this adventure. Thank you for those of you who came and stuck with it with me. I'm so grateful for all of you. opening your eyes, coming back to the present moment. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And probably not in my car, but I make no promises. Have a wonderful day. Bye.